dragons, especially the Violet Dragon, known as Lord of the Crypt, have a fondness for lairs, where they have resided for a long time, and Grumog must be no exception as well. Violet Dragon Grumog is rumored to have once established his lair beneath the capital of a fallen dynasty. Do you have any clues as to its whereabouts, Dragonslayer?
The image of the desolate and mysterious capital ruins appears in your mind. Utier had requested that you seal the dragon remains there. Perhaps there is a connection between them.
That's wonderful. I'll entrust this to you then, Dragonslayer.
Come to fulfill your calling as the Dragon Slayer, have you? Did you know there's a nauseating stench emanating from something grotesque within you? It makes my flesh crawl, even from a vast distance. Were I not set to retrieve the dragon remains, I would never have let something as disgusting as you come so close. No matter. Everything is drawing to an end. The great Grumog will be reborn again, and every one of you despicable mortals that dared offend me shall pay the price. And you, vile mortal who dares challenge a true dragon in his lair, I believe you are already prepared to die. You shall be the sacrifice for my rebirth.
A force suddenly seizes you, dragging you down towards the ground.
Present yourselves to the Lord of the Crypt, mortals.
Your time is up.
Deplorable people, to be so bewildered by chaos.
Don't misunderstand. This is simply a necessary price to pay for wisdom.
Oh, poor child.
Your time is up. Deplorable people.
Time to gather samples! Keep striving for truth. Restore! Hear ye battle! Defend! Keep striving for truth. Restore! Keep striving for truth. Hear ye not battle! Defend! Keep striving. Restore! Keep striving for truth. Battle! Defend! Hear ye not! Restore! Keep striving for truth. Battle! Defend! Restore! Gather sample! Hear ye not! Battle! Defend! Restore! Instruct! Hear ye not! Instruct! Restore! Battle! Defend! Hear ye not!
As Grumog falls, an immensely powerful magic aura erupts from within his lair. One that feels remarkably familiar to you. Meteorite crystal? So the meteorite crystal in southern Adenthia has been concealed beneath the capital ruins all this time? Nevertheless, it's time to fulfill the task entrusted to you by the Mother of Dragons.
Do you smell it? The smoke, the blood. They not only exist in your present, but also originate from countless pasts.
The grave war that swept across Adenthia. Humans, dwarves, elves, and even dragons. All without exception knelt before our power. That power, you must have witnessed it of late. Even with the slightest tinge of it, an ant can overturn the entire empire! It was merely a stolen power! It is us who bear true chaos, once overriding all things, but her. The mother of dragons, the lord of evil deities! Our ultimate target. Slay Tiamat.
What did you just do? You absorbed the meteorite crystal? How even? Oh, Dragon Slayer, we're pretty fated, wouldn't you say? It seems you've got another feather in your cap for slaying another dragon. Grumog truly was a fool. So focused was he on reclaiming his power that he failed to realize a child of Chaos's fragment was buried within his very lair. Is this what they call the hubris of higher beings? I'm surprised that the esteemed Dragon Slayer still remembers someone as insignificant as me. What an honor. But for now, let's put our past aside and talk about what we just saw. You just absorbed a meteorite crystal. I knew you were an exceptional person, but for you to be able to do that, what's going on? You've learned to be more cautious with others, haven't you, Dragon Slayer? Fine, ask me whatever you want. But I can't guarantee I'll tell you everything. Looks like you've done plenty of investigating regarding this. I'm rather impressed. Why? That's all everyone's ever curious about, isn't it? Why did you betray your empire? Why don't you love your father? Why did you bargain with those evil creatures? But why is everyone asking so many whys? I did only what I felt to be right. This rotten world needs a modicum of destruction and reconstruction, and Grishnar is just a starting point. One thing at a time, hero. There's no need to rush. To answer your first question, I am Flora Mordelet, the second daughter of the Lord of Bayreach, as you already know. However, I am also the newest member of the Order Penultima. Huh, interesting. It seems like you already know what the Penultima is. Well, that makes things much easier. The Silent Gods, the Child of Chaos, the whole confrontation against the Dragon God. You know. Many believe that the Penultima is merely a legend of the past, which is unfortunate, for we've always existed and never died out. We've simply been waiting for the day when opportunity strikes. The goal of the Penultima has never once wavered: to rebuild outdated order. The ignorant deities have sat on their thrones for far too long, and we desire to change it all. Just imagine. A new world governed by wholly new and truly fair principles. The weak will no longer be helpless, and those reaching for freedom will no longer be caged in the world's prison by the wrathful mother of dragons. Our ancient members who have lived a long time are still waiting for the rebirth of the Child of Chaos to save them. But for us impatient members, mere waiting can no longer satisfy us. We need change. The world needs change. And someone must take action. As I already said, Grishnar is merely a beginning, an intermediate product, an unfinished creation. You sunlight-accustomed surface dwellers probably have no idea what's going on beneath your feet. The rebellion by the Child of Chaos 1,500 years ago was not all in vain. He opened a rift that leads to the beyond in this world. Through this rift, the power of the silent gods, known as Inquietum, was able to seep into the material plane from the beyond. Living beings corrupted by the Inquietum were reduced to the silent gods' puppets. However, this process happened too slowly, but it gave us inspiration. The fallen meteorite crystals corrupted the dragon remains, causing them to become vessels for the Inquietum, which was exactly what we needed. To put it another way, we're attempting to create our own puppet. Unfortunately, this endeavor was thwarted by you and your princess. What a real shame. I didn't expect you to be so open-minded, so that's surprising. If not for what happened before, I might have even considered letting you join us. Now, let's get back on track. What exactly is going on with you? I think we're at the point we needn't hide anything from each other anymore.
You reveal your pact with the Mother of Dragons and the Chaos Universum to Flora.
Huh. I didn't imagine it would be so thrilling. So, simply put, you're Tiamat's lapdog, yes? Yes, of course. What other choice could you have had when faced with the Supreme Mother of Dragons? You poor little thing. But have you ever wondered if the Supreme Tiamat is actually lying to you? There's no need to be so guarded. It's just that there are too many suspicious elements to your story. Why would the Child of Chaos's power be intertwined with you? And why did Tiamat insist on you doing all these? Relax, don't worry. I'm just a very seasoned skeptic. But anyway, based on what I've heard, perhaps the answer lies in the next meteorite crystal. This is top secret information for the Penultima, so be sure to keep it to yourself. They say that the meteorite crystal that fell on the day of Skyfire didn't just land on the surface. One of them is buried deep within Hypogene District, which is located in a region beneath the surface known as Tenebria. So I guess that's where you'll be heading next. But as for exactly where, The subterranean populations have always been reclusive and intolerant of outsiders, so I'm afraid you'll be alone in your search. Well, that might be a problem. In the past, while few people went to visit Tenebria, some did arrive there for commerce and travel reasons, so there is indeed a chasm in southern Adenthia that allows access to Tenebria. But lately, its neighborhood has been contaminated, and you've probably seen the misery of the Knoll of Monsters where it all began. Though I've never seen it in person, I've heard it's because there's an underground monster encroaching on that area, and it has tons of inquietum on it. Maybe, just maybe, that's what Grishnar will eventually become. I'm kind of interested, to be honest. Anyway, if you want to travel to Tenebria, you have to destroy the monster by that crypt first of all. Provided, of course, that you won't be reduced to the second Grishnar. What? But you are the very Dragon Slayer. Haven't you had any faith in yourself? If you really need to cut corners, you probably know that the power of the Inquietum is countered by the power of Order of Dragons. And as luck would have it, you just killed one. The blood of a true dragon produces the Dragon Blood Crystal, which may be used to weaken that monster. Crystals will appear near dragon corpses, but it takes time for them to form. If you visit this place once in a while, you might be able to obtain them. Well, I guess I've said enough. What happens next is up to you. To be honest, I'm excited to see how you'll wind up. May we meet again, Dragon Slayer.